Hey guys, it's me, Julia. In this video, I'll be going over practice test number 4, calculator section question 25. So let's get started. So this is a polynomial question. And these seem to be one of the trickiest because usually most of the time students don't know how to solve these problems and they don't know the whole concept of polynomials, and it's okay. I had to review some things before this video, but you just don't need to go into synthetic division necessarily, which is a way to divide and get the remainder of a polynomial when dividing a polynomial and when dividing a polynomial from another. Or there are different types of divisions. This is not just like a normal division of like 2 divided by 5. It's more of a polynomial divided by another one, which is like a crazy version of the division if you want to think of it that way. But in this case, we're given 2 polynomials. So it's this one and this one. Okay. Which of the following polynomials is divisible by 2x plus 3? Now, this may be like, what? But look closely at the options we're given here. We know that these are all different functions that were given, new functions of combining the two or multiplying one of them by something else and so on. But the whole goal of this is to make everything 0. Is divisible by 2x plus 3 means divisible. It's not saying divisible and a remainder of 1. It's not talking about remainders. It's saying whether or not that polynomial equation can be divided by 2x plus 3 and have a remainder of 0. If there were a remainder, they would state it, but they haven't, which means everything needs to be all clean at the very end. Which means, so these two might look like 2 different polynomials, but usually you need to factor things out and you'll start to see the similarities between the f of x and g of x. So f of x in this case, you just need to take out 2x, and that will be x plus 3x plus 2. And do you guys see the similarity now? G of x is going to be 3x plus 2. So here is what I'm talking about. Yes, so we already see the similarity and how f of x is multiplied by 2x and g of x is just f of x without 2x. Think of it that way. So we're trying to know which of the following polynomials is divisible by 2x plus 3. So it needs to be so that whatever the polynomial is divided by 2x plus 3, the whole polynomial is not going to disappear. Don't get me wrong. It's just the 2x plus 3 is cleanly divided. So it's taken out. There needs to be a match. Think of it that way. There needs to be a match. So this equation, right, whatever you get divided by 2x plus 3 is going to cancel out with a 2x plus 3 on the numerator and whatever that remains, right? So when you think of it that way, if you add these two together, it's going to be like 2x, whatever is in the bracket and whatever is in the bracket. These two are the same, right? If you can't divide it by 2x plus 3, where's the 3? There's no 3. You can't just do 2x and 2x because the denominator is addition, and you can't just cancel part of it, right? So that's no. A is a no. If you look over to px, it's going to be 2x, whatever's in the bracket, plus 3 whatever's in the bracket. And when whatever's in the bracket is the same, you could essentially do this, which is factoring out 11 because not 11, whatever's in the bracket, because these two are the same. Therefore, you can just take it out and multiply it, because if we do the distributive method, you're going to reach what's here anyway. So do you get what I mean? Please pause and understand it first before you move on. So I'm just factoring things, expanding things, distributing things, just simple things, but it's really complicated when you put all of those together. So yeah. And if you divide it by 2x plus 3, then you can cleanly divide it and whatever in the bracket remains, but that doesn't matter. So it's most likely B, but let's just go over like other ones just to make sure. Okay. So R of X is 2. And whatever's in the bracket. Okay. And 3 and whatever's in the bracket. So this one's tricky because it's going to be whatever's in the bracket, 3, whatever's in the bracket, and it's going to be 4x plus 3. So as you can see, you can't divide it by 2x plus 3. So that's a no. And 3, 2x, whatever's in the bracket, 2, whatever's in the bracket. So whatever's in the bracket are these purple ones. Okay. And then that's going to be 6x plus 2. And that's not divisible by 2x plus 3. So therefore, the answer is B.